Are you doing the right thing?
I don't know.
All right. So you just pull up the. We're live now.
Oh. Hey
So
guys.
you don't have to say hello.
Oh, hi.
Just go. Yeah, there you go. Pick that up. Now share it.
Oh, look at us. Look at us.
Click share. Yeah.
Why are you all mad?
I ain't mad. I'm just sitting here in my arms crying. Come on.
All right.
Oh,
Click
sorry.
post.
Wait, it's a delayed. Is it delayed?
Yeah, click post.
That's pretty
There you go. Now,
Mommy.
now hit play, but turn the sound off. There you go.
Mommy.
Wait, baby.
All right. And now, AJ, when you talk, direct your voice towards the mic. Yeah, leave it up because we want to see the comments.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. And now we can see everything. And let me move some of this stuff so it doesn't look so cluttered over here. And... All right. And 4 viewers. All right. Good evening once again. Oh, I did that wrong. Good evening once again. And welcome to yet another exciting episode of 10 Minutes with Ronald, the show that nobody asked for, yet somebody is watching. I am here in the depths of Woodbridge, again in the dirty South.
No.
The dirty South, where it is dirty and southern. Here in, what is this, Dale City?
Dell City.
Here in Dale City,
Whoop, whoop,
Virginia.
Dell City?
Oh, God. With my two good friends, Tia and AJ Wrighton. And we're going to talk about parenting.
Yes.
All right. So, did you guys watch last week's episode?
Some of it.
What did you guys think?
So.
What did you think specifically? What did
Oh,
you
he
think?
said they said it's too loud.
What do you mean it's too loud?
You were about to get thrown out of the house.
Marilyn, shut up, man. Like, if you go come with facts, come with real facts. That's my sister.
Oh.
Yo, man. She already coming in here. You just learn, blah. We in the house, man. Ain't nothing connected to nothing. Man, we good. All right, go ahead. What were you saying?
No, I saw 45 minutes of it. That's the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I watched.
Okay, good.
Hi, Harry, and
Oh, are they there? Are they watching? No, they're not even watching. 5 viewers. All right, cool. All right.
Ava.
You need to parent this kid. And,
Hello.
all right, and this is Ava, everyone. Say hello to Ava.
Ava, you say hi.
Oh, wow. You're going to be shy now? All right. Now she'll be
She
shy.
said you're loud in the mic.
She says, I mean, Marilyn, you need to relax. All right. So anyway, let's talk a little bit about parenting. So what are your initial thoughts when you guys think about being parents? How do you guys define yourselves? Because I think at one point, so let me just give some background. I met you guys when you were just Tia and AJ. Oh,
We've always been teens.
Yeah.
That was a long time.
yeah.
long time ago.
That was back at VCU. We all went to VCU together, and you guys were in a relationship, and I think everyone knew y'all were going to get married someday. But then you guys had Zoe,
Yep.
and then you had Eli, and now you have Ava.
Yep.
And you guys have a house full of kids, so now you guys are the Wrightons, you know. And you got Rocky. You guys have the domesticated American dream. So how do you guys look at yourselves now? Now that you guys have branched out beyond being a couple to more being, you know, a family and being parents.
You want to answer?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know really what to say. I mean, I don't know. I'm nervous. I don't know what to say.
There's 7 viewers.
I know.
You
I'm
don't
just
need to
saying.
be nervous.
I mean,
It just went down to 8. No, down to 7.
Oh,
you're
geez,
killing
they're
our
out.
views.
They're out.
No.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I think so. The difference would be definitely seeing different traits in each other that we didn't know existed before we had kids. So, you know, not realizing that he's so patient and I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was patient. I'm not. Just things like that. So relying on his strengths where I'm weak, and then relying on his, you know, my strengths where he's weak. I think that definitely comes to play a lot more when you have children.
Yeah.
Because children will also pick up on your weaknesses and they'll eat you alive.
Yeah.
So you have to have a partner who says, no, I'm strong here. And then, you know, this is where your mother may be weak, but we're going to work things out. So I think that, I think that's like one of the biggest, like relying on each other more.
Well, our ideas about how we would raise our kids and things has changed a lot.
Drastically.
Oh, do you mean from before you had kids or from
before
Zoe?
we
From
had
before
kids.
and even from Zoe. From
Well-
before to Zoe to now. I think it has changed drastically.
Yeah, and definitely knowing that each one of them have their own personality, their own things that they do. Zoe is highly emotional.
So much.
Eli is just like, hey, whatever, man, and I'm cool. And we're still trying to figure out this little one right here.
She realizes she's on camera.
Yeah.
She's figuring it out.
Yeah, so I think that you have like a very idealistic, and I think that was like when I was watching the
Harry and Sherelle.
Sherelle. I was like, oh man, that used to be us. Like we thought like we knew everything. We were gonna lay it all out. We were gonna tell the kids this is how it's gonna be. And then you have your first kid, and you're like, wait a minute. They have their own personality. They have their opinions, and so a lot of that it's a learning curve. So now you have to figure out how to parent this child best versus what your ideal like parenting role model is. Mm-hmm. So I think we take a lot of cues from our parents, but also we're different kids than our kids are. So absolutely. I think that also is like a huge learning curve just to figure out like who your kids are and how you can best parent them. And I think too, like that's sometimes when you get into like the sibling rivalry where they're like, you like her the best because you don't do similar things across the board. It's just impossible to do. So I think that like balancing that out with each of the kids and then trying to figure out like where we stand as parents. I mean, it's been I mean, we've had kids now for 9 years, which is crazy.
That is insane. That's almost a decade.
That's almost a decade, and we're 31 and 32.
Yeah. Who's 31?
No,
I'm just messing with you.
That is
me. But no doubt, it's beautiful watching them grow up and seeing the things that they're actually interested in, and you know some of the stuff that like Zoe's interested in, like arts and crafts and stuff. I don't think I was ever interested in that when I was a kid, but just because she is, I'm like, hey, let's go in, let's do this together, let's color, let's create things and stuff like that. Eli, I think he's like me as a kid, like he likes fighting. Like punching.
All right.
Yeah.
This is what it is. Okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Keep his hands out of his pockets and don't wear hoodies.
Pretty much. He likes to fight, he likes to punch.
Shout out to Phil Wickerson. Oh my God, Philip Phil. He says, kudos to y'all having more than one. We are just trying to survive our little dude. He just had a child himself. He has Bennett.
Congratulations.
Yeah, and I think Bennett is I think he's barely 1 year old, or he's about to be 1 year old. I'm not exactly sure yet. Right. But that being said, so how do you guys feel? So now that you guys have a 2-year-old now, okay, but you also have a 9-year-old and a 6-year-old.
Right.
How do you guys approach having a 2-year-old when you already had a 2-year-old 2 times before? And how would you say that your strategy has changed when it comes to parenting 2-year-olds specifically?
Well, on the third kid, you kind of get tired. So, so you do a lot of like, yeah, she'll be fine. Yeah. I think the first, like especially the first one, like Zoe, she got very strict, like very like, don't touch that.
Yeah.
Her passy fell on the floor. We boiled it. You know, Ava's passy falls on the floor. We stick it in our mouths and give it to her, or the dog licks it. Whatever.
Wow.
You know that helps her immune system.
Like, she'll be alright.
She'll be all right. I think too, like we.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. I think too, we like look at Zoe and Eli a lot more often because she's watching them, and so I think we're a little more harder on them because that's who she looks up to versus more than us. With Zoe and Eli, it was more like they look to us for their, you know, what they like to do or whatever. For her, that's not the case. Like she likes us well enough, but you know, Zoe and Eli are like, oh my God, I want to be them. Like
if they got it,
she wants it.
Yeah.
And so that's like a very different experience, I think. Like, and so we're a lot harder than on Zoe and Eli to like, you know, your sister's watching you. You know, what are you doing? Make sure you're doing the right thing and being a good example. Where, you know, we didn't have to worry about that with Zoe and Eli. It was like, whatever. We're awesome. Just look at us.
I think Marilyn pointed out that it's exactly like the Loves commercial.
Yes. Where like they forget. I've forgotten diapers with her like 6,000 times.
Really?
Oh my! I'll be like, oh.
So what is she like? How does she what?
Well, so like we'll put like a like remember that one time I used a burp cloth?
Oh, y'all making diapers? Y'all making diapers now?
Or one time we were at a restaurant and I ran to the dollar store, like I googled it to try to find where it was. They didn't have diapers, but like stuff like that. So stuff that we just never would have forgotten or
we
did.
used to pack like we were going on a 5-day camping trip
for like an outing, like 30 minutes.
I think we settled down a lot with Eli.
Yes,
we did.
With
her, we were just like, hey,
I think I carried a baby bag for like 2 weeks. Like the first 2 weeks she was born, then I was like, we're good, right? We're done.
She got it.
We're done with this. Okay, well, ask her. Sorry, that was
off camera. Off camera. Zoe is calling for Eli's calling for Zoe to play a game with her upstairs.
Right. Yeah.
But this is parenting. This is live parenting happening right now. This is the 10 Minutes with Ronald exclusive. And I apologize, Phil. I do not understand ages of children at all. So he said
18 months.
He said his child is 18 months.
Okay, so a year and a half.
Yeah, I missed that completely.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, he's a sizable child. He must be 1 year old. Like when you said walking and talking, I was like, oh, she must be like 4 or 5.
No.
Because that's when they learn to walk and talk.
No, they don't.
A
lot sooner.
Happy birthday.
I don't know where Pappy is, honey.
A shrimp pie.
I think it's
my-
upstairs in
It's
the
my.
living room.
Go look in the living room.
All right.
Go ask your.
Oh,
Go ask,
there she go.
go ask
Oh,
your
yeah.
brother. Go ask your
10
brother.
seconds. Go. 5.
Watch out for the cords.
Yeah, be careful.
Thank
All
you.
All right, so we probably have about 5 to 7 minutes
Yes.
before she gets back. So
No, I
Maybe
doubt
less.
that.
Nope, she's calling
Oh, she's-
somebody else.
You like to give me Pappy?
that worked out. All right, but okay, so let's talk a little bit more about some of your fears. So I know that you guys talk about how your parenting styles have changed from 9 years old, from Zoe to Ava.
Right.
Wow, from Z to A. Wow.
Yeah.
Well played.
Right.
Are y'all done?
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, okay.
yeah. My
Yes.
tubes are tied.
Oh,
Absolutely.
oh,
Absolutely.
more.
Yeah. No
Okay.
accidents.
That third
nothing.
one.
tapped it out.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, we good.
Yeah.
We just
Yeah.
We're just now getting our lives back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
I was running around like this right here all day, every day at work. That's bad.
We're so tired with that one.
Really?
We're so tired. You get out of it. You just don't realize.
Just in general with 3 kids, or were you
No,
guys just
that's-
tired with Zoe, or
no. There's such a huge difference from your second to your third one. I
How
mean,
so?
you think you got it all kind of controlled and handled, and then that third one comes along and it's really like a wild card.
Yeah.
And then also you just are so unaware of how easy you had it when you had 2 kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think
I felt the same way when we had Zoe, then we had Eli. I was like, oh, it's easy with one.
Right.
I thought it was tough, but now with the third, I'm like,
yeah.
Do
I
you-
mean, we wouldn't trade it, definitely.
No.
Like, we love having
No,
her
no, no.
around. Like, she definitely completes our family.
Mhm.
But it is, like, those, like, I would say for Zoe it was like a, good year learning curve. I feel like we're still trying to learn. And she's going on 3 in February. And we're
Is-
still kind of like, what?
Wow, she's about to be 3.
Yeah.
Is it specifically so is it like basically trying to keep all the balls in the air at once, meaning that you have 2-year-old stuff you have to deal with, but then also Eli's going to what, 2nd grade?
He's going to first.
first grade.
Whoa, he's going, wow, that's a transition.
Yeah.
He's going to 1st grade.
Yep.
He's going to elementary school.
Yeah.
And then you have Zoe going to
4th grade.
4th grade. Yeah. So, and eventually you'll have a different transition with her going to middle school.
Right.
Yep.
And that'll, so is it like really just trying to manage each different area in life? Is that what makes it so exhausting?
I think
I
so.
think- yeah.
To some extent, yeah.
Okay.
Because Zoe, she's already been through this stage. She's already been through Eli's stage. Now she's getting older.
Yeah.
And like Tia said, we rely on them a lot, especially Zoe since she's the oldest. To some extent, it's unfair to her because sometimes it doesn't seem like she's being a kid, a 9-year-old, regular
Yeah.
9-year-old, but she doesn't act like a regular 9-year-old.
Yeah.
Mom
Yeah.
got
So,
your face.
Um,
Mom got your face.
you got my heart.
I got your face.
Okay,
Okay,
baby.
wait, hold on, honey.
Live parenting.
Wait a
Here on
minute,
10
Ava.
Minutes with Ronald.
Wait a minute, Ava.
And just with Eli at his stage, him transitioning from like preschool into kindergarten, it was tough for him because it's a long day of kindergarten and
Yeah.
stuff, and he went through a lot of days where he was just upset.
Yeah.
He got home tired,
Angry.
exhausted,
Yeah.
and just going through that, and then her missing them both
Yeah.
while they were going to school,
Ah.
Which we didn't have to
all
deal with
day.
that before.
Yeah.
Or she was upset that they were gone and
Yeah.
she's not. And then also, like, with each kid trying to make their transition special because, like, we always feel like we really, like, Zoe, she got a lot of special treatment because she's
Yeah.
our first one.
Yeah.
And then you want to, like, you don't ever want any kid to feel slighted.
Yeah.
But, like, their special, it looks different than someone else's special
Yep.
because they're different
Yeah.
children.
Yeah.
And so a lot
That
of
goes back to
times,
what you were speaking about,
right,
personalities,
exactly.
yeah.
With personality, you try to figure out. So, like, all along, you're trying to figure out as a parent, like, what would this kid really like to make sure that they feel unique and special.
Yeah.
At the same time, though, you're making sure that the other two don't feel like they're being slighted either.
Absolutely.
But it's like, well, right now it's this person's turn because they're transitioning or they're doing this big thing, or whatever. And I'll just give you an example with Eli. He's a middle kid. I mean, he's a classic middle kid. And Adrian and I were so excited he was a boy because we were like, ooh, since he's a boy and he has 2 girls on the side, like it won't matter what we do, he'll feel special because he's
Yeah.
a boy.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't fly. So like, we only have 3 bedrooms. Ava and Zoe share a room. Eli has his own room. He comes to us and he's like, that's so unfair that I don't have a room to share with anyone. Like, clearly you guys like me less.
Oh, you have that backwards.
Right. So, so it's like some of that where you're like, what?
He'll
It's
figure it out.
Right. He'll be like, so I get no one. He's like, that's how it goes.
So
Like,
he put the dog.
so we put the dog in his room.
Yeah.
And then he was like, thanks. Like, it's like the weirdest.
Yeah.
So like stuff like that where you're like,
logic.
right, you're thinking to yourself that you're doing like a really good job of making sure everything stays fair. And
Yeah.
I think that is difficult when you add someone else and another personality.
Absolutely.
Because then that's just like, oh, and like, also like when we go to the store, like we were in the Disney store today at the mall, and that was like,
The Disney store is still a thing?
yes!
I loved that store.
The kids love it.
Like when you walk around the mall, we would walk around there and I'd be like, can we get in there?
Right.
And I'd be like, hope, like, you have to do like the little veer off where you're like, are we gonna go? Are we gonna go? Yeah, we're in here. We're in here. But go ahead, say you said
Yeah,
right
so,
there.
so, you know, they separate the store. Boys' stuff is over there.
Yeah.
Girls' stuff is over there. But then it's also like by age. So Ava's stuff is a little further back. And
Yeah.
so I stood in the middle of the store and I was like, go.
Yeah.
And then I just kept rotating around because it's like it was just me.
Yeah.
So I can't bring them each to their own like, spot.
Yeah.
And for the most part, like the older kids will just stay and watch. And the store's small enough where I can look at all of them. And I usually just like go with Ava.
Yeah.
But stuff like that where you're like, now what?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the same amusement park.
Yeah.
Like those are things that you're like, so
Yeah.
now what?
Yeah.
You know, AJ goes on a ride roller coaster with Zoe, and then I
I hate
sit with the. And I sit with the two younger ones.
Yeah.
Or, you know, who doesn't get to ride this time and who
Yeah.
gets to go.
I
Who's
always
not
get
tall
slighted
enough.
Every time I always have to ride.
Yeah. I
You
had
don't-
3 kids.
you
so
don't
I
like
felt-
roller coasters?
He
Apollo's
hates,
Chariot was horrible.
he hates,
Yeah.
he hates roller coasters.
Like you're afraid or?
I'm afraid.
He's-
Apollo's Chariot at Hershey Park?
No, Busch Gardens.
Oh, I was gonna. Oh no, I like
I
that. I
can't
love
let
that.
Zoe show me up.
That's true, man. Yeah.
So it's stuff like that with like just like logistics of
Yeah.
how everybody gets a fair share and a turn.
Mm.
And, you know, that's like I think that's the biggest.
Yeah.
And then affording all of them.
I imagine that's like a scheme in itself.
Right. Affording who got a toy this time and what did you get this time?
Yeah.
Who, you got something else this time.
Do you keep a spreadsheet or
Oh.
how do you?
No. We should though, probably.
That's too much.
I think what we do is everybody gets something.
Yeah.
Probably every single time we go to the store.
Yeah.
Which is
Well,
a terrible way to go.
Okay, so she'll be like, yeah, okay, you guys get it. I'm like, no. That's how I always am. So
Yeah.
they're like, oh, Dad's gonna say no again, isn't he?
Good.
Yeah. So
Somebody-
but that's that balance too, because
Yeah.
I always thought I was be the disciplinarian, and AJ is. I'm
Yeah.
not. I'm
Really?
like the major, like, okay,
Yeah.
let's do.
I've seen you melt a few times.
Yeah.
But it seems
AJ
like
is
more with you.
definitely.
It's more like, oh, I thought that was Eli.
No, it's
that's
Rocky.
That's your
Rocky.
4th child.
Yeah.
Fourth child, yeah.
So what is that like, actually? So you guys have 3 kids and a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Up.
he
You gonna
thinks
get
he's
up?
one of the
Yeah.
Oh,
kids.
he's coming up?
Yeah, you're gonna
This is
show-
about to get real.
Okay.
Okay.
Look, there's Rocky. Say hi, Rocky.
Hey,
You
don't
say
choke him
hi.
out. Don't choke him out.
I'm not choking him out.
Yeah, choke him out.
So this is our 4th baby, Rocky. Yeah. He's a year-old. Alright,
So
good
what
job.
is that like?
Awful.
So you guys had to adjust to managing kids, and then
Yes.
like, were y'all dog people growing up?
had dogs.
Yeah, we had dogs.
Okay, well that's
We
good.
had dogs.
So it was
No, good
nothing
job.
new at least.
The puppy.
Yeah, it's our puppy.
Yeah, it was new because I actually had to take care of the dog now instead of.
Oh, instead of your parents.
Instead of your parents.
Oh,
And
so
then
now
you
you
realize
became
it's a
your
lot of
dad.
work. You're like, wait, what?
The puppy, I like.
Yeah, so
Hi.
hi, puppy.
All right, Rock, go lay
Rocky.
down.
Okay, that's enough. Go
So
on.
let's talk a little bit about what are some, because you talked about it a little bit with going to the Disney store.
Sarah.
So what are some of the things that you guys
My boo.
fear for your kids? Like what are some of the things that you guys think about the most? What preoccupies your mind?
Them growing up and just how they're going to turn out. We want to make sure we teach them to
Hey,
respect people
you're not.
and you know, show love where they can, you know, and just generally be good people, you know, when they grow up. And that's kind of tough when you go to other places and you see, like when you go to the play area in the mall or something like that, and all these other kids around, it's like this little kid is rude right here. Like, why didn't he say excuse me? Why did he just push, you know, my little 2-year-old?
Yeah.
He's older. He should know better. Like, where's his parents? You know, and the parents just sitting there just watching. It's like,
Yeah.
what are you teaching your kid? Like, if my daughter or my son knocked over some other little kid, hey, you need to apologize. You need to help them up, okay? And you know, just correcting them on that side. I just want to make sure that they grow up to be just genuinely good people, and I hope we're doing a good job of that. But you never know until they do grow up. So
So your concerns are more on making sure that your parenting is effective and that your children are growing up and reacting in a positive way to that.
yeah.
So with that being one side, and I think that's everybody's fear, I think even me not having kids, I'm like, what if I screw these kids up? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I think that's always my problem. Do you guys ever think about how the world might screw them up? And how do you guys look at the world now through the lens of being parents?
I would say, well, my biggest fear is different. Okay, quiet. My biggest fear is actually very different than AJ's biggest fear. I would say my biggest fear is always that one decision we make as a parent will change their lives forever for the worse.
Mm-hmm.
So, and what I mean by that is like, you know, you do your best with trying to manage your kids at home, and you can control a lot of things that they see or do while they're here with you at your house. So I love the ages 9, 6, and 2 because they're always with me.
Yeah.
And then I'm always nervous about when they, like, especially for Zoe, as she's getting older, you know, she wants to go to a friend's house or whatever. And I can't control those environments. I can't control if the friend's dad is a pedophile, or if the friend's dad has a gun and Eli finds it, or, you know, I can't control those types of things. And I think that's really my biggest fear. That's like what keeps me up at night, that, you know, am I letting them do the appropriate things at the right times to ensure that they stay safe at all times?
But they still have a good child.
Yes, we love your hair. Go find Pappy. Yeah, you can. Zoe! Sorry. Zoe! Go. Sorry. Eli! Get Ava Patsy! Sorry. Well, she's gonna keep coming down.
Oh, I'm so embarrassed. Oh, Lord. Oh,
I'm
Lord.
sorry. Eli!
This is live parenting.
Eli! Come get your sister!
Okay, the reason
Get
why
Zoe's Patsy.
I think
Get her.
the real reason why I laughed at her.
Go see your sister.
She did the start. She's doing the starter cry.
Yeah, stop.
I know the starter cry.
Yeah,
Look, she's gonna get your Patsy. Go with Zoe, get your Pappy, come back down.
That's the cry with no tears. You okay?
Your boots. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. So live parenting. Oh man, I've completely lost.
Oh,
my
sorry.
thought.
So like you said the fear and then the world outside of you know, with your kids, like what are you afraid of? Okay.
Okay, baby. Hurry up and get your passy. Come back down, okay? Hurry up.
Just hurry up and come back down.
No.
Okay. You're fine. You're not even really crying. She hurt your lip. Okay.
Don't be rough on her now.
I'm always rough on her. I like, yeah. You saw how I put that down?
Oh, yeah.
This is live parenting.
All right,
Again, 10
sorry.
minutes with Ronald. Live parenting.
Sorry. Okay.
So they're talking about the world.
Yeah, the world. I mean, and it's just you know, recent news, recent things. I mean, the world is just a rough place, and I feel like, you know, what AJ emphasizes, you know, about your kids being generous and kind. That's helpful, but it can only take you so far because clearly we know, you know, the difference between our kids and kids whose skin is not brown.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's a huge difference, and so I actually worry more about Eli oftentimes. Than the other two because they're girls. Even though they're black women, will be black women, he's always going to be seen as a black man. He doesn't get the benefit of the doubt. And I think that's always very scary because it's like, I see them as just these, you know, these are my babies. These are our babies.
Yeah.
And we know that we will raise them right and they'll make good decisions and the world will not give them the benefit of the doubt.
Absolutely.
And I think that is the scariest thing as a mother, that our children aren't valued as much as other children.
Yeah.
Because they have brown skin.
So wow, that's you've said that in a way I don't think I've heard it before. So when you think about it in those terms, how has your view of hey Eli.
You say hi. What do you want?
What's up, buddy?
Everyone, this is Eli.
Wave, buddy.
You're not the one I drunk. You say hi.
The camera's over there.
It's over there.
Just wave.
Say hi.
Say
Where
hi.
the phone is?
Where the phone is. Say hi. Oh, okay, but that's because it's delayed. Just wait.
That's a weird.
Wait.
Yeah, what was that?
Now, what do you want? Stephanie's like, I love this family. We love you too, Stephanie.
Marilyn says hi, Eli.
Oh, Marilyn said hi. You say hi to Marilyn?
Who's Marilyn?
Just say hi.
Jessie.
That's not hi.
That's not hi. What was that?
Jesse.
Who's Jesse?
Jessie.
What do you want? What do you want?
Zoe did this.
Okay, go upstairs.
Whoa. Where with the snitching?
That's all he does all day.
Yo.
Go. You're fine. Only call us if you're bleeding.
Watch your head.
Don't hang on that.
Oh, there's a alleyway back there. That's
No,
smart.
it's not an alley. He's not supposed to go.
All right, well that worked out. Okay, so so seeing how you guys view the world, how has this affected how you guys view things like pop culture and things that you guys used to love? Like, I don't know how much you guys were in love with music, rap, R&B, movies. How's that changed now that you guys are having children?
That's changed a lot. Stuff they play on the radio, I'm like, what did they just say?
Yeah.
That's not even creative in terms of And I'm like, what? Is he's just saying it, huh? That's what you do.
You just go say
Just put it out.
So,
Are you more upset that it's not creative, or are you more upset,
I'm upset
that it's
that
offensive?
it's not creative and it's offensive.
Gotcha.
You know.
So you're fighting a war on two fronts, really, because
Right.
you're really talking about
Yeah.
the degradation of music,
Yes.
as well as I don't want this stuff affecting my children.
Yes. They said, Daddy, you always got it on the gospel station. I'm like, yeah, you need Jesus. Listen.
Until I Love God comes on,
Yeah.
you'd be like,
Not right now.
All right. So it's changed drastically. So what does that do? How does that look for you guys as far as what you guys let in and out of your house? Like, I know earlier you were talking about how Home is a good movie,
Right.
and I'm sure your tastes now have to do with what you guys are able to watch with as a family with your children.
Right. I mean, we don't get to go to the movies very often. I mean, I think that's one huge indicator of what types of movies we watch. I mean, we could sit, so like if we do like family movie night, we put on Netflix and then we're upstairs for almost an hour trying to pick a movie. And then by that time, everybody's already eating the popcorn and then it's time to go to bed.
Oh, that's
I'm
fun.
asleep.
So,
I'm asleep.
and AJ's asleep.
Oh,
So
gosh.
like movie nights have changed a lot since we've had kids. But yeah, definitely our taste, like cartoons can be on and we don't even think twice about it. Like,
Yeah.
our parents come over now, and our parents are 20 years older than us. AJ's parents are about 25 years older than us. So really, we have really young parents. The kids have really young grandparents, which is awesome because they get to know their grandparents. And we can walk to AJ's parents' house. My parents are right in Manassas. And it's funny because when they're over here, they're like, oh my God, you guys only watch cartoons. And I'm like, oh, is cartoons on? Because it's just like that.
And we reference cartoons.
And we
all the
reference
time.
cartoons. AJ and I do lines from cartoons. I mean,
It's fun.
it's funny. I mean, it's funny. I mean, the one thing that we will do, we do show our kids movies that are like 80s and retro that they may be rated R, but it's not the same type of
Show
rated
Michael
R
Jackson videos too.
thriller.
Okay,
You know,
good,
we're like we like this is real rap, and then I'll put on Missy Elliott because like
Okay.
that's my favorite, like stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
we will let them listen to stuff that we.
What has the
Biggie
world
and-
come to when you have to put on Missy Elliott to tell people this is real rap?
Yes.
Like,
Well-
they have solidified Missy Elliott's career as a rapper.
Yes,
These
yes,
new rappers.
yes. Because we're
might
like,
do it.
Alicia, I'm like, she doesn't speak she speaks nonsense, but it's like on purpose.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
just
It's like
for-
she has a goal.
Like that was like her thing. It
Yeah.
wasn't just because that's like what sells now. It's
Absolutely.
I mean, it's just a huge difference. Like they know Lauryn Hill. We try to make sure that they at least know some of the more classic
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
And then like with cuss words and stuff like that, like we used to be really like funny about don't cuss this and that. But I mean, as they've gotten
No. We still tell them not to cuss.
we tell them not to
Don't
cuss.
repeat these words.
Right.
That you hear.
But
it's not harsh stuff.
It's not harsh stuff. Like we won't drop the F-bomb.
Yeah.
But there's like stuff that we say that we're like if I'm driving, I have like road rage. And
I
I'll
can
be
see
like,
that.
Mommy has to sometimes say these words because it really gets at what my real feelings about the situation.
Bobby has to sometimes say these words.
And like Zoe will be like, when can I say that? And I'm like, in middle school, in your room. Like
see.
that's when you can
By
piss
yourself.
them out. Like with the door closed, just don't let me hear it. And she'll be like, oh okay. So I mean, we just kind of take more. I think AJ and I are very sarcastic, and I think that's another. I think that helps us handle parenthood because we're super sarcastic. I don't know. I think that's like.
I mean,
Other kids that visit, we realize that we were sarcastic when other kids come over here
and they don't
get
right
it.
over their head.
And we're
I'm
like,
was that me?
I was like, is that, are you crying
Are
because
your
of
kids
what I
getting it?
said?
Do they understand?
Oh my,
sarcasm?
yes. But then
I know
they
that's a
don't-
sign of intelligence.
but then they give it back to us, which
Yes.
is awful.
That means that
You
they're
should
just
always
displaying
see
intelligence.
His face lights up. He's like, and he comes back. I'm like, whoa.
I'm like, only we
Whoa.
can say
Did you
it.
just say that?
I'm like strangely proud of you, boy.
yes. Yeah, we are definitely like very sarcastic, very, we make fun of each other, we crack up, and like if a kid can't, like one of our kids, meaning a kid, can't handle it, we're like, listen, you're gonna grow up in this family. I'm gonna need you to laugh it off or get it together.
Go ahead.
We'll be like, go to your room and
yourself together.
get it together. That was hilarious. Laugh and then come back.
You better come back with some new
And come back
material.
with some new material because that was weak.
Yeah, if you come back with something weak, we're like, whoa.
No child of mine.
Yeah.
You come here and not do the dozens.
Hey, Yvette. She said, I'm with you. Yes, they can cuss in middle school. Yes, middle school. There's a lot to cuss about. Puberty.
Yeah. Girls.
It's hard. It's hard for girls.
Guys.
Wet dreams. I mean, come on.
Oh no! Oh no!
Take it there. That's not. You didn't even ask a question.
I gotta leave my own show. Yo, whoa!
That's a tough time.
All right. So with that, do you guys have
I ain't
any?
even ready for that.
I know, right?
Kids off during middle school.
Yeah.
At
To
my
our
parents'
parents.
house.
To our
Yeah,
parents,
house,
yes.
somebody's.
Yes.
I'm sorry. What?
We dropping them off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you said something else, and then we already gone down this path. I'm like, wait, what? No, don't join in this. So, like, final thoughts. How do you guys feel like? Where do you guys feel like you are right now as parents? How do you guys? And actually, we'll end with this. AJ, tell me what you've come to appreciate about Tia 3 kids later.
Just, I mean,
Look me in my eye, dude.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
Well, not because of the wet dreams coming in, and I don't feel comfortable. But.
With 3 children, this is
See, you
foreplay
just-
now.
you
Oh Lord! All right. What now?
See, I'd be blushing right
Now-
now.
Okay.
If I were a little bit.
Yeah.
But
No, I can see it.
she is definitely a very strong woman. She's the glue to this family.
Mhm.
The kids adore her, you know, and I love that about her. They know that she loves them and will do anything for them, and I'm so glad that I do have a wife that is like that and everything, you know.
I love being his wife. I do.
What have you come to appreciate about AJ 3 kids later?
I mean, AJ's patience and resilience, and he will always work for us. I think that I have never. I mean, my dad has set a really good example of like what, you know, a husband and a father should be, and I just think AJ exemplifies all of that and even more. I mean, he never gives up on us. He always works hard for us. I mean, always. He keeps us safe, and I think that is, you know, I never can sleep good unless he's in the bed. Like he's just his whole self is, you know, protector and loving, and he's so good with the kids. Like I'm amazed. I mean, AJ will have his toenails and fingernails painted one day, and the next be outside playing basketball with Eli. I mean, it's just
Don't tell anybody to get my nails.
yeah. Well, you do.
It's already live
yeah.
to all 6 of our viewers.
Yeah.
All 6.
I mean, just that, you know, sort of, you know, he comes in, he's a police officer, which is a very difficult, very serious job. And the second he comes in the door, you know, that drops away and he becomes daddy and AJ. And for us, like, he's amazing. I mean, it's really like this, you see it like a transition. And I think a lot of police officers, I remember when he first went into the force, a detective came to me and was like, you know, police have one of the highest divorce rates out of a lot of careers because a lot of police can't turn it off. And AJ turns it off every single time he walks through our door, and it's all about us. And I think that is something that is very rare, and it's something that I just admire in him, that he works hard, but then when he's home, he also works hard, but in a different way. And I think that, you know, after having kids, that has never changed, you know, with each child. He's a very, very, very active participant in this family. And without him, like, the kids are like, where's daddy? We want to hang out with daddy. So, you know, and I'm like, me too. I want to hang out with him too. He's my best friend.
You're my best friend too.
Yeah.
My best good friend.
My best good friend. So, yeah, that's...
All right. Well,
that was terrible, wasn't it? It's like from Forrest Gump.
I love both of you. And I thank you so much for having me in your house and for allowing me to do this show and disrupt your house for a little bit. And it seems like I should let you guys go back to parenting right about now. But again, I want to thank Tia and AJ for inviting me into their home and for doing this. And I want to thank all of you for watching. Before we let you go, does anybody have... Let's see.
AJ just told me you all were going... What? Going...
You said we're gonna have
Yeah,
another
you
one.
said y'all have another one.
No. No more kids.
I didn't say that.
Okay, so
Yeah,
does anyone
somebody's
have any
outside school.
specific questions or anything before we let them go?
Oh, you
Better
got
give
more?
him a
Oh,
couple
she said
minutes.
she's watching from work, so y'all got more than 6 viewers.
Oh, 10 viewers. Oh!
Yes!
Oh! He said,
Don't cut.
You need to cut it.
You need to cut it. Was there any other questions?
Let's see. Let's scroll down. Y'all
Oh,
are
hi,
cracking me
Eli.
up. Hi, Eli.
Hi, Rocky. We need a program manager. Yes.
That's called a nanny.
Yes. We can afford that. Our favorite
Oh, y'all
store-
having another one?
No.
No, yeah, I know.
Hey,
I saw your
Brittany.
faces.
Hi, Brittany.
Oh, hey, Jeff Corey. I see. Oh, he probably left.
Yeah.
Did Phil leave? Phil, you still here?
Hi, Hi, baby. Oh, that was from the beginning. Oh, so it
Yep.
goes back that way. Okay.
All right. Well, thanks y'all for coming. Everybody out there watching, please watch and subscribe. 10 Minutes with Ronald, the parenting series, continues next week with teenagers. You're going to have 3 of them at once.
Yes.
You're going to have a 19, a 16, and a 13-year-old at one point in your life.
Yes.
2 in college at the same time.
Yeah, that's awful.
Y'all better start saving money, Lord. All right, just look into the camera.
You're not on this
Look,
side.
Eli, you want to say hi? Hello.
Hello.
Say bye, everybody.
Say bye.
Bye.